What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with another video. In this video today, I got my main man, Alberto Nunez, back on the channel. You guys seem to really enjoy his videos. This time we asked you in the previous one, what do you want to see? And you said traps. You want cobra traps. So he's going to break this down, a movement that a lot of people do, but they don't do it correctly. And that's kind of this series in general. Some very common exercises, but how most people mess it up, and then how to optimize it for your body. So if you like this series, make sure to like the damn video and leave a comment below right now what you want to see next. And whatever you guys vote for the most is what we'll cover next.
Okay guys, here we are again. It's been a while. We're going to do a muscle group today, which very much like my facial hair, you either got it or you don't. So the longer you pursue, the aesthetics, right, the more you start to realize that, wow, like there's just certain muscle groups that tend to be more, genetically predetermined than others. Like calves is a big one, right? Like again, you might see some dude roll into the gym, first time ever, and he has calves that attach to his ankles, so they look immense, they look huge, they look impressive, right? And then you have people like Omar and myself, we have these chicken nugget calves, and looks not so impressive, right? Today's muscle group, our traps, is very similar to that. And traps, or formerly known as trapezius, is basically a four-part muscle group. So you have your trap 4, 3, somewhere in there, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Trap 1 and 2, those are the ones that basically you can see from the front. The ones where you'll see a dude with traps up to his ears. You go up and ask him, what do you do for your traps? And then you realize that they really don't do anything. So if you are one of those people who has to directly hit their traps in order to make them look like they lift, hopefully you get some good stuff out of this video. What we're going to cover today is a very, very common, often used exercise, but just as often the exercise is performed incorrectly. So yeah, without further ado, let's get rolling with some barbell shrugs and how to perform them in the proper manner, okay? One last note, again, often just the whole theme here has been a lot of the movements that I have shown you guys, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2, they've been movements that you guys typically use, that you guys have almost everyone has used at some point. However, doing them correctly is totally different. Doing them correctly almost turns it into a completely different movement. All right, guys, so let's go over how we're going to actually perform the shrug movement, how I think it's best to perform it. So firstly, I want you guys to set up the bar so that it's not so low that you're using your lower back to get into position, but not so high up that you might be limiting the range of motion and hitting the rack on the way down. I like to set it up in a place where basically just a glute squeeze gets it into position. I like to use an athletic stance, if you will, so something similar to how I would pull a conventional deadlift, but again, use as little energy as possible. Just get it up with a butt squeeze, and do no more work than that to get into position. In regards to where you put your hands, you want them to be straight down. You don't want them too wide, too close together where you're internally rotated like this. So just straight down is good. And then upon getting your hands on the bar, I want you guys to, you can use straps for sure, but I want you guys to be mindful with your grip. I want you guys to put your hands on the bar and externally rotate, tear it apart the way you do on a lot of other lifts. This is going to protect your shoulder. It's going to create a more stable environment here so that you can do more work with the targeted muscle groups. All right, now we start shrugging, and what I'm going to have you guys do a bit differently is I want you guys to do it in the higher rep ranges. The issue is that when you are trying to target all these muscles up here, is that all the stuff down here, knees, shoulders, heads and toes, everything wants to join in and help out. So by keeping in the higher rep range, you're going to see that you're going to be less prone to instinctively using other muscles. And here's the final part. I want you guys to hold it at the top position for anywhere between 3 to 4 seconds. This is going to make a shrug such a simple movement, the awesome movement that it can be and should be.
And that's all the time we have, guys. My thanks once again to the main man himself, Alberto Nunez, for breaking it down. Long hair, we care, bro. Make sure to check out all his social media. The links will be in the description, his Instagram, whatnot. He gives tons of great advice. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.